Hello and welcome to your Mining Disrupt News Surge for the 13th of October, 2025. The reason I really emphasize the month that we're in is because last week I got it wrong. I said September. Well, my mistake. We are in the month of Halloween. We are in fall. We are in October, which means that we are just shy of a full month out from the last day of the Mining Disrupt Expo. That means that there's a really good chance by the time that you're watching this late on Monday or on Tuesday, we're a month out. We are a month out from the second Mining Disrupt Expo happening in Dallas, Texas. It is going to be a big one. Every single day I see more sponsors, more exhibitors, more and more people. This thing is looking like it's going to be absolutely massive. And as it should be, this is in the heart of Bitcoin mining country, right here in the heart of the United States, right smack dab, right there, Old West country. It's going to be a doozy. Now, remember, before I get into the bulk of the conversation today, that everything that you see here is for entertainment and education. This is not where you come for financial advice. But because we do talk about numbers and we do go over things that are interesting related to Bitcoin, look at this. We are back down to where we were about a month ago, give or take. I think we were at 117 for about a month straight back then in September. We had that pump here at the beginning of October, but we're back down to 118 as I record this on October 10th. We're going to talk about those numbers here in a second and why we might actually be in the bottom. You heard me right. We might be in the bottom of this market. Fees are still low, unconfirmed transactions. Things are moving along. Hash rate's looking great. Public nodes closing in on 25,000. Things are looking very healthy. Now, something that you see time and time again in the Bitcoin space is people saying, oh, you got lucky. You knew when to time it. Oh, what was your inside information? Look, it's not timing the market. It's time in the market. You've heard it before. Here is Rational Aussie, great follow, saying, people are going to look back on this period and call Bitcoiners lucky. I assure you, there is absolutely nothing lucky about betting your entire net worth on something the entire world has consistently written off, waiting several years for the payoff, and doubling down every time it violently crashed. They will cope and seethe because they did not have the balls to believe in something. Everything is aligned for a gargantuan pump. This is our quarter and every quarter after too. And this just goes to show that the people, I mean, it's the bell curve meme. You've got the, I don't know, I put everything I have into Bitcoin because it's fun. And then you've got the midwits, which is a large swath of the United States, of the world, honestly. Well, actually, let me tell you why I don't understand Bitcoin and why it's actually going to crash. And there's no intrinsic value and blah, blah, blah. It's just numbers on a screen. Okay, yeah, what do you think your bank account is? What do you think your stocks? What do you think your equity? What do you think basically everything at this point is besides numbers on a screen? And then you've got the geniuses over here, the full-on Jedi Masters going, well, actually, I've done 20,000 hours of deep diving into this over the last 15 years, and yeah, this is the best thing that I could possibly find to put my money into. It really is that bell curve meme. And on that very point, this chart is nuts. It absolutely blows my. This is from Index Forget It. I think Indexin Forget It. Okay. It absolutely blows my mind that Bitcoin is the 7th largest asset in the world, and I don't know, this person, I don't know a single person in real life who owns any or directly invests in it or even cares to hear about it, which is, that speaks to it right there. Basically, how many people do you know that are deeply in Bitcoin? Now, if you ask anybody, have you ever heard of gold, Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, like all of these other things people have heard of, you could probably go 20 lists down the list there and be like, yeah, of course I've heard of that. Yeah, I've got a buddy that's invested in that. But Bitcoin, it's doing so good, and basically nobody knows about it compared to the addressable market right now. Like the whole world, 8 billion people. How many people? A billion? Maybe? That like have ever even done anything at all remotely with Bitcoin? Probably not. I think it's like tens of million or something, 100 million, maybe 500 million, maybe. It's not many people compared to the rest of the world. Now, this next tweet is pretty long, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing because of its length, but it is down below, and I highly encourage you to click the link. This one is from _the_prophet_ also site bringer. And he goes over this chart right here, and that what you're seeing is what Bitcoiners have been talking about for a long time. Let me just break it down as simply as I can. Bitcoin is the measuring stick, and everything else is cratering. It is losing value. It is going down into the dumpster compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is here, and you want to see what I'm talking about in real time. And this is, I mean, this when I accidentally stumbled onto this really surprised me. If you go to Google and you type in BTC, you just exactly that, right as I have here, BTC, you get this chart. Okay, it's at $118. Okay, all right, fine. But if you add one minor change there, you add that dollar sign right there, and then you search that, I just kind of stumbled upon this. You get this chart. And you know what that is? This is what $1 buys you. Now, if you go like this, you go 5 days, you go 1 month, you go 6 months, you go a year to date, you go to 1 year, you go 5 years, you go max. This is what the dollar has done against Bitcoin. It has gone down, 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 down. It is just cratered, absolutely cratered. That is the dollar against Bitcoin. And this is just going to keep on happening. And that is what that previous chart, that long tweet from the prophet, I highly encourage you to read. It's not that long. It's just too long for me to get into this 10-minute video. Another great follow is the Kobayashi letter. Bitcoin now has a market cap, and admittedly, this was on the 5th when Bitcoin was closing in on 125,000. Market cap of 2.5 trillion or 23.8 trillion less than gold. In other words, gold is currently 10.5 times larger than Bitcoin. Even if Bitcoin were to hit $1 million and gold was unchanged, Bitcoin would still only be 75% of the size of gold. We are still early. This one right here, I've never heard of this person before, but this is Tech Dev 52. I've added to my follow list right here. There has never been a 4-year Bitcoin cycle. Never been the halving. Always been the business cycle that previously inflected every 4-ish years right near the halving. How do you know? Because it's explained every other aspect of Bitcoin's chart. It's at a bottom, not a top. So right here, you can see what's going on here. So the long and short of this chart is that we should be seeing a massive top sometime near middle of next year. Whether or not that happens remains to be seen. All I know is TikTok next block. And it is vitally important to understand what exactly that means. What does it mean, TikTok next block? Well, it means that as long as Bitcoin keeps on doing what it does and the rest of the world keeps on spinning, Bitcoin will be just fine. But to understand that even further, as best as you possibly can, I could not encourage you more to scan this QR code right down here, right in front of the cowboy hat, or follow the link down below, whatever you like to do, whatever's easier for you. Get your tickets to the Mining Disrupt Expo number 2 happening in Dallas, Texas. It is going to be a big one. I'll see you there in, well, just about a month, assuming you're watching this on Monday, and I'll see you right here next Monday.